my page to see. Okay, great. I think we are live. Let me take a look. Okay, yes, Mr. Darcy, we are live right now on our page, and I'm going to probably share to different platforms. Did you turn off the share? Oh, did you? Oh, I think he went out. I think he left the screen. I think he did. Okay, never mind. Let's wait. Get some music going while we wait for Mr. Darcy to come back on. Can you see me on live? Sunday chill. Are you back on, Mr. Darcy?
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know where the thing went wrong.
Maybe you want to turn on your video so we can see you.
Oh, the video is not on? Okay.
No, it's not on. We can only see your picture.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Hope we don't lose you again.
Hope.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we are on live right now. Good afternoon, everyone. So we're gonna give you some time if you're joining us today for our talks on the 5 ways to grow despite hardships. So if you're on right now, please go ahead and help us share the event to your friends, like and share, so that way we can get more people to learn how we can grow despite of hardship. Today we have a special guest. We have Mr. Darsi, professional counselor from the Be the Change, to join us today and show us the way, give us some advice how you can do that. So we will start in a moment, but for now, let's try to share this live out to more people, shall we? Okay, so Mr. Darsi, we're just going to let them have some time to try to share it out, and perhaps we can maybe start in maybe a minute or two, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So how's everybody's Sunday so far? If you guys are around, I'm looking at the comments. So if you have any type of questions that you want to ask while you go through the PowerPoint or through the talk, feel free to actually go ahead and comment in the comment box. I'll be taking the questions, and at the end of the presentation, we will come back to answer your questions, all right? So take good use of the opportunity that we have today, that we can actually, help answer your questions. All right, everybody? If you're around, give them some comments, say hi, we are here for you, actually. So say hi to us, help us share so we can get more people here to listen to professional advice. I'm excited to hear that, actually, because I learned something new from Mr. Darsi every single time. So, okay, I'm going to turn this off. And if Mr. Darsi is ready, perhaps let me make sure that I have here. Okay. Okay, let me put on my other computer, and then perhaps we can start now. Let me take a look. Okay, all right. So all right, Mr. Darsi, I see two screens, your whole presentation screen actually on live. Is that what you want them to see?
Yes.
Yeah, so you see
what do you see on the screen?
So I see exactly what you see right now. So I have your 5 steps and I see your next slides. So is that what you want to show them?
I want to see only the 5 steps.
Okay, so
I think it is a presentation mode, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So you might want to leave this mode and then just do the regular presentation. So that way they won't see your notes or anything.
I don't have the notes, but I see.
Yeah, because this is probably kind of, there you go. Now we can see the 5 steps right now.
Okay.
Perfect. Oh, thank you for your likes and everything. Thank you for joining us today, everyone. Okay, so I think Mr. Darsi is ready. I've been waiting since forever for today. So again, let's welcome Mr. Darsi, who's so generous to share with us the 5 steps to grow despite hardship, especially when we talk to a lot of workers. They share with us how hard it is working here in Hong Kong. There are certain things situations where they don't know how to solve, not that they don't want to solve, but sometimes they choose to ignore or keep it to themselves, or they have nobody to talk to. So nobody really to really know what can they do to handle the situation. So we are very, very grateful that Mr. Darsi is here today to show us the steps that you can take you can use in your situation. So, all right, I'm going to put my hands together, and then I'm going to go ahead and welcome Mr. Darsi. All right, Mr. Darsi, take it away. It's your show now.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for coming today, and I'm glad to speak to you. And I'm Raju Darsi from the Be The Change organization. We are a non-profit organization. So I'm glad to share with you some of the insights. It's very simple and informal sharing. So I would love if you have some doubts, questions to ask me, and it will be more easy for you and for me. So thank you for inviting me. Okay, this title here, 5 Steps to Grow Despite Hardships. So what do we see in this? There are 2 things, either focus on growth or on the hardships. So I would like to focus more on growth, and everyone needs growth, and everyone wants to be prosperous, isn't it? Just keep that with yourselves and feel it. I am prosperous. I want to grow. I will grow. So during, like last few days in Hong Kong, we have rains, and the Hong Kong Observatory predicts, for 9 days weather forecasting. But can they stop the rain? Can people stop rain? It's raining. Government has a lot of money and a lot of resources. Can they prevent rain? Can anybody give up doing things because it is raining? How about you? Our life experience and common sense would tell us that when it's raining, we use an umbrella, or we don't focus on stopping the rain or preventing the rain, but how we continue to do what we need to do even though there is rain. Or maybe we pay attention to safeguard the environment or the situations. So in this, similarly, that in our life, everyone is called to be prosperous. Everyone has the right to become prosperous. So that is how we come here. You all came to Hong Kong by giving up your families, your stay, home country, and coming here with a dream to become better economically, financially, or providing good tidings to your family and children. We come here with a hope. But if this is our goal, the prosperous, but there are hardships. So what shall we do? Should we break this? Or should we fight with this? Or how to overcome, or how we can continue in spite or despite of hardships? I'd just like to suggest some simple steps. But before that, I want to talk about the first thing is attitude. Before I go into those 5 steps, attitude is something, is you, this individual, right? We may have the same environment, same situations, same problems, but how do we look at it? How do we interpret it? I'd just like to share a small parable from the Chinese philosophy, which I heard when I was so small. I don't know if you know it, but it's good to listen. There is a small story. The title is Good Luck, Bad Luck, Who Knows? Have you heard about it? Good luck, bad luck, who knows? The story is about in a village, a poor farmer. He has a horse, an old horse. One day, the horse deserted, left family and did not return back. So now all the village people came to him and consoling him, sympathizing with him, saying, "What a bad luck, you have lost your horse." The farmer said, good luck, bad luck, who knows? After a week, the horse returned home. Returned home not alone. Along with, there are few horses it brought home. So then the same community came to him and now appreciating and, expressing happiness to the farmer, saying that how lucky you are, you became so rich. You lost one horse and now that horse brought so many horses to you. The man replied same way, good luck, bad luck, who knows? After a while, the farmer has a son, a young teenager. He wanted to go for a ride. So he took one of the horses and he went for a ride and he fell down and he was injured. So the community came to console the farmer saying, hey, what a bad luck to you. Your son got injured and hurt. He can't move for a while, Then the farmer said, yes, bad luck, good luck, who knows? After a few days, the news came from the military government that all the boys, teenagers, young boys should join the army for a particular reason. So the entire male community has to leave the village, except the son. So now the community came and told him, hey, what a good luck. Your son could stay at home. So life goes on. He said same, what a good luck, bad luck, who knows? So dear friends, in our life, there will be a lot of struggles, a lot of circumstances, a lot of challenges, but all it is the attitude. How do you look at it? And people may say differently the way they see, but what you see, what you believe, what you interpret, and how you want to handle your situation is totally depending on you. Okay, now the simple steps. So for me, the first thing is that when you face challenges, any hardship, any challenge, try not to fight with the problem. Look for the resources. So for example, if this is a big obstacle for us, so all we need is a ladder to cross other side, isn't it? Or do you want to fight on this? So the wisdom is this. You bring a ladder and you step it and reach to other destination. A student who wants to be successful in his exams, the students complain that, oh, it is so tough and difficult to pass. But step by step, the student learns, listens, understands, practice, and does well in exam and become prosperous or become successful. So in a similar way, let us see what are the steps that we can apply to go through our challenges and become successful in our life. So 5 steps to grow. The first one I call assess. Assess, a self-assessment. Assess who you are and what you are. The second one, accept. Accept who you are. Once you know, after assessing yourself, then accept who you are, what you have. The third one, abandon. Abandon what you don't need, what doesn't produce fruit in you, what becomes costly to you. And the fourth one is activate. Use what you have. Decide to do. The last one is avoid. Avoid to do the same mistakes, the same problems, or the same habits. So let's go briefly now into the first step called assess. You don't need any professionals or some serious big people to help you. Just it is a self-assessment. Anyone can do it. So just ask simple, basic questions about yourself. Know yourself. Try to know more about you. You know your emotions, what makes you get moody or upset or happy down, up. Know yourself. Know your needs. Differentiate from your wants. What is that actually you really need? Your short-term needs, your long-term needs, your values. Today's in the society to live, the values are very important. Does your values go according to your priorities, your needs, your decisions? Discover your strengths. No one is weak. No one, everyone has some potentialities. So know your innermost resources, your powers that make you unique. You may be different from others. At the same time, know the weaknesses that you have. And the risks that in your life, the decisions that you may take, what kind of risk you will be facing and how much risk you can take. And above all, your coping skills. So this is basically will tell you about yourself, and renew yourself. Every day you can discover more. When you face different experiences or when you're learning every day new things that you come across. So you are a learning person. So assess every day yourself and come to know more about yourself and your needs, your desires. So that will guide you what to do next, how to proceed in your life. The second step, or second insight is to accept yourself. Accept who you are, your gender, your personality, your color, your knowledge, your experience, whatever you are. That is, so graciously accept yourself. And even if you find difficult to accept yourself, then accept that difference. I find very difficult to accept because I'm not good at Cantonese. So accept yourself that my inability to speak Cantonese. Oh, I need to leave my family and come. I feel sad. So accept that, I'm feeling sad because my family is far away from me. What you possess, your characteristics, your qualities that makes you, all your goodness, all your talents, all your skills. And by your experience, you must have realized, or people must have made you aware, there is something you may need to change in your life. You have not made use all your talents, now you're going to use them. Or your lifestyles, or your behaviors, your belief system. What may not be helping you, but now you want to renew it. So become aware that and accept what you need to change. And lastly, what you need to give up. This commonly people say, oh, I get angry very easily, or I'm a good spender, I don't have control. So whether it is worth or not, once you have realized that it's not going to be helpful to you, or okay, for a while that behavior was good, fun when you are young, now is the time to give up. Now you have more responsibilities. So accept that what you need to give up. First, accepting is important. When you're able to accept, you're able to decide what to do. You're not going to accept yourself, then you want to change, it won't happen. It will not become successful. Just like a person who smokes, I want to smoke, you'll smoke, after smoking, say, tomorrow I'm not going to smoke. It doesn't happen, right? It changes every day, it will be the same pattern. Same thing about drinking, gambling, spending, whatever. But the person, when he's able to accept that I have this weakness, I need to change, I want to overcome, so the decision is going to help him or help her. Abandon, give up what is not worthy. Certain behaviors, certain habits, certain relationships, certain choices, or certain goals, or the desires. Once you acknowledge that, that is no more important for you or no more significant, so take the decision to give up. Or the past history or past life hurts, whatever happened in the past, but you bring that into present. That past hurt has a power only one time when it had happened, that instant, but we give power to that by remembering every day, bringing into our life and losing our present mind. So become conscious about such things in your life. Maybe you are wrong that time, or maybe somebody wronged you, whatever may be. Make a decision that you need to overcome those. You need to forget, you need to give up. Friends, one time maybe they were good to you, but you realize they're no more good. Or that relationship is not beneficial. It's harming you, or harming your family, or harming your career, or disturbs your health, take away your sleep. So when you realize such kind of friendship, okay, now is the time to break. You may have better friends, good friends. Lastly, any habit that you created and you're continuing to follow that habit, bad habits, and then we confess, then we say sorry, then we continue. But take time and say, this is it, I don't need it anymore, I want to stop. So if it's difficult to stop, then you can seek help. But the decision you have to make that I must abandon this, I must give up, I must stop. So this is a step that will really empower you not to repeat the same mistakes, so that you will not have the same problems. This is one of the most important. Once you have discovered who you are, after assessing, accepted yourself, and you have realized to give up, abandon certain things in your life, now what you are, with the new discovered your skills and talents, bring them into practice. Activate means use it. The decisions that you are doing, you have now, those decisions are well reflected, not impulsive ones. Whatever the decision you have taken, whatever you have decided, that means that has thoroughly checked, reflected. So you'll be able to put into action, so do it. And whatever you have discovered, your all visible skills and talents or hidden skills and talents, and every resource that you have, that full package is yours. And now you put them into practice. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, you're putting them into practice. Not means, not discouraged by other people or somebody looking encouragement. No, it's you. You have discovered there is no restriction, no age restriction, no nothing. It's all you want to do. You want to learn something, make use of your time. You want to serve others, help others, learn whatever you are interested, your personal interest. So use them thoroughly. Healthy emotions. So emotions are very important, right? In all our lives. So you can be conscious about your emotions, how you express them, to whom you express them. So that emotions is bringing good bonding between you and your families or friends, or certain emotions that breaks your relationships. So learn to practice how to express your love, your empathy, how to forgive, or even how to seek forgiveness. And so every day is a renewal. So you become more joyful, more peaceful, more loving, more caring, more serving. And also you will see that you need to be loved, need to be cared. Self-compassion is very important. Self-care. Unless you care for yourself, you won't be able to care for others. Self-care isn't called selfish, being selfish. Self-care is taking care of yourself, giving so much significance to yourself that take care of the food that you eat, take care of your sleeping, take care of your emotions, take care of what you listen, what you talk. So what makes you good and healthy? Part of that is self-discipline. Self-discipline is a must. Unless you discipline yourself, nobody can help you. Nobody can assist you. Nobody can guide you. It's only you yourself. Because you know what is your self needs. You know what is good for you. And so self-discipline is a daily. It's not just for only the students in the school. It's for every person, every time. Discipline yourself. If you're a believer, exercise your faith. Anyone can believe, anyone exercise faith. So when was the last time that you exercised faith? Your faith in God and hope in yourself. Faith is just opposite of worry, fear, anxiety. So faith is a good step for growth. And lastly, and most important, is to express your love and empathy. It is not only people who really love you and care for you. Love and empathy you can express to every person, anyone you come across people. But maintaining a boundary in your relationships, that love and empathy can be shared to any persons. You meet people at the lift, wishing them, greeting them, giving them a smile. When you're in the bus or MTR, giving side, giving a seat. So there are so many ways, in small to greatest things, that every day we can activate our love and empathy. So when we do this, we become more healthy, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. We become more healthy persons, more joyful. And when you are healthy, joyful, happy, that will enable you to function well. And you become successful in every aspect of your life. Last point, perhaps, is avoid. The moment I said avoid, that you will know exactly what to avoid in your life. What is that you need to avoid now, today, from now, here afterwards? I just give some basic thing, but you are the one to know what exactly you need to avoid. Avoid laziness. I don't mean that you're lazy or very hardworking people, but there is anything that makes you lazy or less active or no fruit in the works that you do. Very passive person. So avoid being lazy. Avoid blaming yourself and blaming others. The moment we start blaming ourselves and continue to blame, then you're disgracing yourself. If you realize that you have made an error in the first step assessment, you would know that, accept and renew what you need to do. So there is no need continue to blame self. Same way, no need to blame others. What happened today, what we are today, blaming somebody because of them, whatever, but take the self-responsibility today so that you can move forward. Comparison is very normal. People compare themselves with others and feel unhappy. Compare what I don't have with others, what they have. And forgetting self, I am, or what I have, always become unhappy, disappointed, depressed, looking at things that what others have, either disgracing our skills, our talents that we have, or not making use of them, or sometimes becoming self-pride, that I am better than others, I can do much better than. Either way is not going to help. Either way doesn't bring any grace, any success, except unhappiness, broken relationship, maybe hurts. So it's better choose to avoid comparisons. Arguments. In any relationship, the argument, especially ongoing arguments, have no power. I mean, no benefit. Any argument that is not healthy, not beneficial, not helpful, you can avoid it. Worry and stress. Worry and stress are positive characteristics to a certain extent. When we are worried about our children, we care for them, or we encourage them to study. When we worry about our work, then we become serious about our work. If we don't have stress or anxiety, we take life easy. In that sense, it is good to have some difficulties in our life. But however, having excess worry and just only worrying and feeling stressed, becoming anxious, it doesn't help. So when you have a problem, know the problem, what is it, and how you can solve it, what resources you have, where you need help. So that will help you instead of focusing on the worrying and to help you to overcome. Last and most important, avoid gossiping. When we are talking, or when you have time to talk with each other, that make the time is very precious. Talk about yourself. Appreciate one whom you're talking, or listen to the other person. So that time is between you, for both of you, or for a group of you, is very precious, very important. So don't bring any gossip or any third party when the people are not present there, or anything that we chatted or talked doesn't bring any goodness to you. I think these are the things I share with you today. And so our goal is to become prosperous, and I'm sure you will. So please feel free to raise any questions so we can elaborate more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Darsi. As usual, I learned a lot from you today. So perhaps we can stop sharing screen, and then we can see our big head on the screen on live. And those that join us, oh, there you go. So those that are joining us today, feel free. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to actually give us any questions, send out any questions. Do you have any questions that you have to ask, that you would like to ask? Maybe you're in a situation right now that you don't know how to solve it, that you might want to get some sort of a consultation, some advice, and Mr. Darsi is the perfect person here to help answer your questions. So do not feel shy about it. And I am looking at the comments to see if there's anyone that would like Mr. Darsi to help you out. Now, if we don't get any, I do have some questions for Mr. Darsi, because we talk to a lot of workers all the time, and we do get a lot of questions, common questions that they will ask us for help. And perhaps we can address one of the common issues that the workers do have here. And you probably can shed some light based on what you just told us earlier, and share this with them. Maybe they're too shy to ask. So Mr. Darsi, one of the questions that we get all the time when the workers come to Hong Kong to work because they have never been away from home before. This is the first time that they come to Hong Kong to work. They've never been out of the country or away from their families, their kids, but they know they need to come to work and they want to. So, but however, once they come here, they are thrown into a total different world, culture, work, and this adjustment they have to go through. So, and a lot of them, they will tell me that they're homesick. They want to go home now. They don't know how to cope with it. So perhaps you can give us some advice as to, for those that are just here in Hong Kong, how can they actually cope with homesickness? I think this is something that I think will be very important for them to hear.
Good. Thank you. Homesickness, and it's very natural, right? It's very natural, and definitely they experience the first, if they're first time coming out, entering to foreign country, foreign culture, is we call it a cultural shock, right? And absolutely, I mean, we need to acknowledge it, and there's nothing wrong. And except again, become aware that that you are away from the family, right? It's very natural because you love, you miss your family, so allow that to happen, right? And feel like, as I said before, self-compassion, that I'm away from my home. And remember the day, I mean, whatever the circumstances that has led you to make the decision to leave your home and come here. So that was the first day actually you faced real problem, real pain, real, that was the pressure, that moment that you went through all the pain. Now whatever you're experiencing is part of it. So so make that decision positive, whatever the reason that you have come, right? You may have good reason, whatever the circumstance led you. Remember that for that purpose you have come here, and you will persevere that you definitely you will miss your home, your family, your friends, and also they also miss you very much. So time to bring back good memories, feel about significant people in your life. And nowadays you have all the devices, you can share with you the moment you start the group of friends here or in the church, where you can share with people. That's what I said in the last point, not the gossip. Talk to each other how much you miss your family and how important it is. Bring positivity about it. So that is how, when you listen other fellow companion, and when they share with you what they have gone through, it's just each one is empathizing. And look at the beauty that you experience in a foreign country, and write down, because that's what I went through when I came first time. Go around, and whatever is a good thing, whatever is something made you happy, acknowledge it, and list those things, and pay less attention where you come across people laughed at you, or pushed you around, or did not respect you, or give less priority to that. So even slowly, then you'll be accustomed to this. And plus the way you're working, and you see the family that you're taking care of them, or you're expressing your love, or you're receiving love. So it doesn't mean that it will be replaced by your family love, but you are actually activating your love and empathy. A time, a season will guide you and heal you, but acknowledge it. It's very true, and let it happen.
Yes, I think that's very true. I think for anything, for any situation, I think the first thing you really need to do is to accept the situation, know that it's there, and not to avoid it, right? And then you'll find your different steps to see what you can do to conquer it in that sense. I mean, just like what you say, when you first came to Hong Kong, you have to go through that. Personally, to share my story, me too. I'm originally from Singapore. So, and I lived in the States for a very long time, which is a very, very, very far away from home. So it's also, I have when I first went to the States, I have my homesickness as well, but I'm too far. And at that time, imagine there's no gadgets, right? There's no Zoom, there's no Facebook, there is no any type of, your video call. So you actually make a very good point that nowadays, it is not easier, but there is a way, I guess. There's a way that you can try to communicate with your loved ones at home, which is much more easier now than before. Before you do have to write. I remember talking to a helper that had worked here for over 20 years, and through the conversation, she kind of reflect when she first came to Hong Kong, because she's going back to Philippines to retire very soon, and she was telling me that, "Ma'am, 20 years ago, we write letters. will just letter to write home. They don't see each other, at all. And then every day, week, they will wait for the letter to come in so they can communicate that way. So, it is how great technology has really evolved for everyone to be able to be in touch with your loved ones. So I think, if you're homesick, at least think about that at least there's a technology now. You're way better than 20 years ago, So, okay, so on to the next question, because we do get this a lot too from the helpers. Then perhaps we can also share right here real quickly. What can they do to handle? So now they are here, they adjust to Hong Kong, they are working here for a while. And then, a lot of them, they will get calls because they're so easy to get hold of them right now. You get calls and they have problems, they have issues, they have family issues in Philippines, and they're calling them with these problems. And so these helpers that are working here are split between, do I go back now, or how can I stay here? I want to stay here because I need to earn in order to solve that. So, and they feel guilty about staying here and not going back to deal with whatever problem that's in the Philippines or back home. So is there a way to make them feel themselves, make them feel better? Or maybe you can shed some light as to how can they calm themselves or handle such a situation when they are home, when they give them a call and say, oh, you got to come home because of this issue. So what can they do about that, Mr. Darsi?
Yes, especially when they came for a special purpose to live in Hong Kong and work for a special reason, and then where they are bound by the contract, and suddenly they receive a call and there's a huge problem, the demand, and so the person is naturally torn, confused, and powerless. First they have no power, like they can't make the decision immediately. And the other side, the problem that is coming is more powerfully and creating a lot of anxiety. And so the first thing would be avoid the impulsive feelings, right? And means you need to calm down and reason the situation, evaluate what actually is the problem. Is it very emergency, or it just happened, or is an ongoing situation, right? And so first analyze the problem. And secondly, about the person, how important, if this person was there, if the person was there in the home when this problem happened, how the person would have handled it. And now the person is away from here, and can that problem be solved by any other ways without this person going back to the country? And most important is that the problem is real, physical, real problem. I mean, problem is true, but the effect of that problem is that, or is it because of the emotions are involved? The fears are created, anxiety is created, worry is created, and that is adding up more. And so person has to protect, self-protection is that not to become too anxious, not to become impulsive, and find the right steps, how to do it, and seek the help, seek some guidance. And remember, I said in the first step, when the person has made the decision to come to Hong Kong and to leave, and that's the time all these things should have been addressed. Such situations happen, who will take care and how it will be taken care, and who are the family members will be support, and or the other associates. And when those channels are there, and now is the time to use them. And also, depending on the situation, if it's a medical problem or health issues or something really emergency issues, maybe can share with the employer if their terms are good, and seek guidance, and at least they understand what is going on in the person's mind. So they are the first one to show empathy, But if the problem is something secretive, they are not able to open to share with us, their own employers, then seek help from in Hong Kong with the groups, NGOs, where they can help. But it is good to speak to someone.
Yes, yes. You know what? I totally agree with Mr. Darsi. I think anytime anyone is given a situation or a problem, you know, the impulsiveness, because you're thrown in this, all of a sudden your emotion just right out through the roof. And this impulsiveness of the first thing that comes to your mind is, I want to go back. You know, I can't be here. And all of a sudden you lost all whatever you, like you say, what makes you come to Hong Kong in the first place. So you lose all of that. So so you hit right to the point. When something will do happen, don't be impulsive. Take it in, accept. I think that's part of one of the steps as well. Accept it, know the situation, and evaluate. I think that is a very, very, very good advice, actually, to evaluate the situation. What does it work if I go back to Philippines? How important I am? These are very good advice that, you know, if you were to have any such problem, these are the few steps that you should use to evaluate the situation. Because before you come to Hong Kong, I am sure they already plan, you know, if something were to happen, who plan A, mommy and daddy would take care, or plan B, the sisters would take care, or plan C, you know, like you say, the support that they will probably have already find. And it's time to use that if the situation do happen in the Philippines. So, okay, well, I am just looking through the comments right now. It seems like our viewers don't really have a lot of questions at this point, and we are right on time actually at 3 o'clock. So do you have any last word that you can actually share with us, Mr. Darsi, before we say bye-bye to another eventful session?
I would like to say that everyone has problem. So don't feel that you alone are having problems, and it is a life process. And to focus on your skills, I mean, your powers, your faith, your trust in God, your goodness, and be happy that the good service that you provide every day, and to become more, you know, like try to get that peace in your life. And the problems do come, there is no doubt, but you will find you will have the powers how to go through and collect all the leaders or the resources, whatever you have, they will be your strength. So God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Darsi. Those are very, very good advice. So I hope that those that join us today will find good advices here that you can use for yourself, for your family, or even share with your friends. I learn a lot every time, like, you know, things happen all the time. There's always problems, but you know, there's always solution if you really sit down and evaluate. So anytime you need somebody to talk to somebody. You do have to talk to somebody. Don't put it all at heart. That is going to be a solution anyhow. All right. So thank you everybody for joining us today. I'm Miss Miriam from Tenderheart, and that's Mr. Darsi from Be the Chain. You know, we plan to have sessions like that ongoing to service all of you. We want to be here to help you, to guide you through your work career here in Hong Kong. So if you find this helpful, do share the video. We're going to be posted on our page, and hope to see you guys all very soon. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mr. Darsi. Thank you, everyone. So we'll be here. We'll end for the Sunday. Enjoy your holiday if today is your holiday, and we will see you guys back here very soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.